Welcome back. We are reading the Quran. We're in Nur, and we're starting on number 21. O ye who believe, follow not Satan's footsteps. If any will follow the footsteps of Satan, he will but command what is shameful and wrong. He will command what is shameful and wrong, and were it not for the grace and mercy of Allah on you, not one of you would ever have been pure. But Allah doth purify whom He pleases. And Allah is one who hears and knows all things. Let not those among you who are endued with the grace and amplitude of means resolve by oath against helping their kinsmen, those in want and those who have left their homes in Allah's cause. Let them forgive and overlook. Do not wish that Allah should forgive you, for Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. Those who slander chaste women, indiscreet but believing, are cursed in this life and in the hereafter. For them is a grievous penalty. Okay, so indiscreet, so like even if a woman's got everything hanging out. Wait, indiscreet. That could also, that could mean clothes, but also could be behavior, right? Like don't just assume and presume and stuff like that someone is a cheater because they look like a cheater. Maybe that's what it's saying. On the day when their tongues, their hands, and their feet will bear witness against them as to their actions. Oy, even my feet's gonna bear witness? Oh, there's so much bear witnessing. Oh my gosh, even my hands. Oh man. Oh, whew, that's brutal. Dang. On that day, Allah will pay them back all their just dues, and they will realize that Allah is the very truth that makes all things manifest. Women impure are for men impure, and men impure for women impure, and women of purity are for men of purity, and men of purity are for women of purity. These are not affected by what people say. For them there is forgiveness and provision honorable. That's interesting. O ye who believe, enter not houses other than your own until ye have asked permission and saluted those in them. That is best for you, in order that ye may heed what is seemly. Yeah, don't just go into someone's crib. If ye find no one in the house, enter not until permission is given to you. If ye are asked to go back, go back. That makes for greater purity for yourselves, and Allah knows well all that ye do. Yeah, don't go in someone's house if no one's there, because as soon as they come home and see you in there, you're gonna get shot. I would shoot someone. If I came home and someone was in my home, you're getting shot right away. Sad but true. I'm not taking no chances. It is no fault on your part to enter houses not used for living in, which serve some other use for you, and Allah has knowledge of what ye reveal and what ye conceal. So brothels, drug houses, gang houses, right? They're not used for living in. They're used for sex, drugs, and partying. So don't go in there. Yeah, don't go in there. Ain't nothing for you good there. Say to the believing men that they should lower their gaze. Oh, I've heard y'all say this in the comment section a lot. I remember when you told me this, when all of you told me this way back when I was first asking all about Khabib before I started reading the Quran. You told me that men were instructed to lower their gaze, and here's the verse. That's amazing. Say to the believing men that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty, that they will make for greater purity for them, and Allah is well acquainted with all that they do. So guard their modesty. Yeah, I hate it when I go to the gym and the guy, I don't care if he's gay or straight, and you got tiny shorts on, and you and if you move your leg, I'll see one of your testicles. I don't want to see that, right? It's disgusting. And even if you have a nice body and they got those long cuts on the side so I can see all their abs, it's like, I'm not trying to get stimulated right now. Like, please, will you just let me work out? It's hard enough to work out. I don't need you prancing yourself in front of me. But that's the gym, So if they were a little bit more modest, it's less distracting. And so many feminists are going to get mad at me for saying that. Why are you messing with my eye candy? I know, we're all guilty of it, but still, men being modest too is important. And it's also strange how fat guys will walk around on the beach with their shirt off. Well, I guess the beach you can do it, but let's say you're not at the beach, you're at the boardwalk. It is a little weird. It is a little weird. You know, it's just like, I don't want to see your body, man. Just like wear a t-shirt, or wear a tank top. Basically, I just don't want to see anybody's nipples. You know what I'm saying? Is that too much to ask? And say to the believing women that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty. Yeah, I've been working on lowering my gaze. And that they should not display their beauty and ornaments except what must ordinarily appear thereof, that they should draw their veils over their bosoms, so their boobies, and not display their beauty except to their husbands, their fathers, their husbands' fathers, their sons, their husbands' sons, their brothers, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their women, or their slaves, whom their right hand possesses, or male servants free of physical needs, or small children who have no sense of shame of sex. That's true. And that they should not strike their feet in order to draw attention to their hidden ornaments. And O ye believers, turn ye altogether towards Allah, that ye may attain bliss. Marry those among you who are single, or the virtuous ones among your slaves, male or female, if they are in poverty. Allah will give them means out of His grace, for Allah encompasses all and He knoweth all things. Wait a minute. That's kind of nice. Someone's super poor, but they're kind of attractive and you like them, you marry them so they don't have to live in that poverty if you have the means to take care of them. Not talking gold digger wise, but in general, that sounds nice. Very caregiving. Let those who... before y'all get mad, because some people say, why should you marry someone just because they're poor? Okay, well, why should you prostitute yourself because you're poor? You can prostitute yourself, but someone can't marry you? Okay. Let those who find not the wherewithal for marriage keep themselves chaste, until Allah gives them means out of His grace. And if any of your slaves ask for a deed in writing to enable them to earn their freedom for a certain sum, give them such a deed if ye know and any good in them. Yea, give them something yourselves out of the means which Allah has given to you. But force not your maids to prostitution when they desire chastity, in order that ye may make a gain in the goods of this life. Look at that. A direct thing saying being a pimp is wrong, right? But force not your maids, because prostitutes most of them have a pimp, a John, right? And not all the girls want to be sex trafficked. Most women don't want to be sex trafficked, but these pimps make money off of that. Look at that. That's a direct information about no sex trafficking. None of that. No pimpery. This is good. Man. It's sad how my country won't commodify sex in that way. But if anyone compels them, yet after such compulsion, is Allah all-forgiving, most merciful to them. We have already sent down to you verses making things clear, an illustration from the story of people who passed away before you, and an admonition for those who fear God. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of His light is as if there were a niche and within a lamp, the lamp enclosed in glass. The glass as it were a brilliant star lit from a blessed tree, an olive, neither on the east nor of the west, whose oil is well nigh luminous, though fire scarce touched it. Light upon light. Allah doth guide whom He will to His light. Allah doth set forth parables for men, and Allah doth know all things. Lit is such as light in houses, which Allah hath permitted to be raised to honor, for the celebration in them of His name. In them is He glorified in the mornings and in the evenings, again and again. by men whom neither traffic nor merchandise can divert from remembrance of Allah, nor from regular prayer, nor from the practice of regular charity. Their only fear is for the day when hearts and eyes will be transformed in a world wholly new, that Allah may reward them according to the best of their deeds, and add even more for them out of His grace. For Allah doth provide for those whom He will, without measure. But the unbelievers, their deeds are like a mirage in sandy deserts, which the man parched with thirst makes for water, until when he comes up to it, he finds it to be nothing. But he finds Allah ever with him, and Allah will pay him with his account, and Allah is swift in taking account. Man, this is so cool. It's so cool to read the Quran, and there's a verse about a mirage in the desert. That's so cool. Oh, I've never seen a mirage, but it would be terrifying, because that would show me that my brain is not as powerful as I think it is. Or the unbeliever's state, it is like the depths of darkness in a vast deep ocean, overwhelmed with billow, topped by dark clouds, depths of darkness, one above another. If a man stretches out his hand, he can hardly see it. For any to whom Allah giveth not light, there is no light. Oh, the sea is dark and scary. Oh my goodness. Whew. I don't swim very well, so thinking about the depths of the ocean, that's terrifying. Seest thou not that it is Allah whose praises all beings in the heavens and on earth do celebrate, and the birds of the air with wings outspread, each one knows its own mode of prayer and praise, and Allah knows well all that they do. Yea, to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah is the final goal of all. Final goal of all. Seest thou not that Allah makes the clouds move gently, then joins them together, then makes them into a heap? Then wilt thou see rain issue forth from their midst, and He sends down from the sky mountain masses of clouds, wherein is hail. He strikes wherewith whom He pleases, and He turns it away from whom He pleases. The vivid flash of His lightning well nigh blinds the sight. Lightning is terrifying, but it sounds so cool. It is Allah who alternates the night and the day. Verily, in these things is an instructive example for those who have vision. Look at that. Verily, in these things is an instructive example for those who have vision. And Allah has created every animal from water. Of them there are some that creep on their bellies, some that walk on 2 legs, and some that walk on 4. Allah creates what He wills, for verily Allah has power over all things. We have indeed sent down signs that make things manifest, and Allah guides whom He wills to a way that is straight. They say, we believe in Allah and the Apostle, and we obey, but even after that some of them turn away. They are not really believers. When they are summoned to Allah and His Apostle in order that He may judge between them, behold, some of them decline to come. But if the right is on their side, they come to Him with all submission. It is that there is a disease in their hearts, or do they doubt, or are they in fear that Allah and His Apostle will deal unjustly with them? Nay, it is they themselves who do wrong. The answer of the believers when summoned to Allah and His Apostle in order that they may judge between them is no other than this. They say, we hear and we obey. It is such as these that will attain felicity. We hear and we obey. It is such as obey Allah and His Apostle and fear Allah and do right that will win in the end. They swear their strongest oaths by Allah that, if only Thou wouldest command them, they would leave their homes. Say, swear ye not, obedience is more reasonable. Verily, Allah is well acquainted with all that ye do. That is repeated a lot. Oh my goodness. The Quran is not letting you forget, right? It is letting you know. It tells you constantly, so you can't say you've never been told. It's not that just that you've been told once, twice, or 3 times. It's like you've been constantly told, right? So imagine you getting judged and it's like you were told X amount of times. Oh my gosh. It's a lot of pressure. But it's a good pressure. Because diamonds are built with pressure, right, family? Oh, this is a very cool section. Let me know what you think.